Hey guys, what's up? Here just to discuss something. You know, it is so darn hot out here. It's getting to the point where we're getting closer to June, and the rainy season's fixing to start. But I've seen that we're getting some rain in the next couple of weeks. We should get rain either next Monday or Tuesday. It rained yesterday, thank God, so I have a reason to cut my yard. But at the end of the day, it's life. Weather changes, people change. Life changes people, people change lives. You know, you have a choice for everything. You have a choice in anything in life, and you choose to take certain things for granted, and life's gonna get up and slap the living crap out of you. When life gives you challenges, you should always accept them because it's a learning curve, it's a learning situation. Every situation is a learning situation. Either you learn the good way or you learn about it the bad way. Either way, you're still experiencing something. It's an experience for everybody. Not everybody can handle a challenge. You gotta be willing to take it on, headstrong, motivated, and do what you gotta do. And if you're not willing to take that risk to get better at life, then what's the point? You adapt or perish. You adapt or you perish. I've always tried to see the good in people. But if I get a certain vibe off somebody, then I'm not digging. I'm going to avoid it. Now, the thing is, I walk around here a lot, around some parts of where I'm close to my neighborhood is, and you got some rude ass people, some really rude people. They don't say excuse me, but then when they do say excuse me near you, when you're not that far from them, they'll still say excuse me and make it seem like that. And make it seem like that you're the problem. You're the one in their way, but in reality, they're in your way. People don't care about that no more. People are gonna do what they want to do, and make sure that you don't get what you want. Some people can't handle happiness. Some people can't handle seeing other people happy. So what they do, they ruin their happiness by going after their girlfriend, or going after their current girlfriend. And sometimes the girl is manipulated into dating the guy that they're not really cool with, and men get their girls stolen away from them. I almost got mine stolen from me, but I had to talk her into staying with me. I'm not going to go into the person's name, but it's somebody that doesn't respect friendships, doesn't respect relationships. And this individual was under the impression that my girlfriend at the time was single, because somebody else wanted to know if she was single just to help that individual out, because they've been in relationships before, but they screwed up every time. Because they don't know how to behave, and they don't know how to treat her. I was pretty fortunate to be with mine, very fortunate, and I'm pretty content with what was happening. But if you just mind your business and stay to yourself, stay your lane, you won't get in any accidents in life. But everything's meant to happen for a reason. I don't always agree with that, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess. That's just how the cookie crumbles. You gotta be able to deal with life the way it's intended. Life will bring you challenges that you have to accept. been working on this so much. So I ain't playing basketball until they're done with this. Sorry about that. They're working on the sidewalk around my neighborhood. They're always working on something. Why can't they just leave it alone and leave it the way it is? It affects when people go around this area and they have to walk around there, and they want to make it hard for people to go to do what they got to do. And you gotta take detours to get to the basketball court. And that's why, until they're done with whatever the heck they're doing down here, I'm on 78th and 66th Street. I'm just gonna continuously just not play ball until they're done with what they're doing. That just makes no sense. They're always working on things, and it interferes with traffic. It interferes with foot traffic, not wheel traffic, foot traffic. Foot traffic, pretty much, you're on foot going around places, and it affects where people have to go. It affects where people have to go. They're always working on something. It gets super annoying. It gets super annoying. You know? But other than that, yeah, you just gotta deal with life the way it's intended. Life's gonna give you challenges that you have to accept eventually. That's how you get better. And when you lose, it's a learning experience. Even winning is a learning experience as well. You know? Keep your ducks in a row to get more ducklings. But yeah, just hang in there, things will be alright. I'm dealing with things right now myself. But on the subject of getting better, I'm working on getting full time at Home Depot. I won't know anything until September. That's the goal. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what life offers me in the next 4 months. Peace.